I'm still there, mimi siwezi kwenda pahali popote. So where will he get a way back to his progress? So mimi nataka tu kuambia kidogo kidogo, jaribu tu diplomatic kwa hii wase. Mtu asikwambia as much as you have the youth, ya kwamba you can have to pave your own way without the support ya wase kama Raila, kama sisi na watu wengine walikuwa wako mbele yako. Hata Oparanya unataka uwe karibu na yeye. Mimi nakwambia, because you have future and you will be there after us. Unasikia? And we must guide you well. We don't want to misguide you. Unanisikia?
There is a new breed of revolution that's boiling within the Luhya nation, and that is the Western Kenya. For a very long period of time, there has been a power vacuum in the Western region. In fact, Western region is the only region with one of the biggest voting basket without a kingpin. And Raila Amolo Odinga has been orchestrating this. He has been a beneficiary of the Western vote bloc without necessarily the kingpinship. Wetangula and Mudavadi failed to fill the vacuum ever since Mike Kijana Wamalwa went away from the political scene. And a new breed of politicians are trying to fight both Wetangula and Mudavadi so that they can attain leadership. Among those leaders are members of DAP Kenya, Governor Natembeya, and now the new kid on block is Peter Salasya. Peter Salasya for a very long period of time has been always seen as a person who may not know the dynamics of politics. And I keep on telling people that any politician who was able to win a dominant force in their respective region must be given a thumbs up. Peter Salasya was able to beat UDA and ODM combined in Mumias East. It shows how credible Peter Salasya is. And Peter Salasya came out to attack Raila Amolo Odinga because there is a scheme of DAP Kenya to unseat Raila Amolo Odinga's support in the Western region. Atwoli called him so that he can reduce on the tenacity, on the speed he's using to unseat Raila Amolo Odinga in Western. In fact, if you ask me, Western has been like a widow, where different parties have always come in the region to benefit on the voting basket. You know, Kenya is a tribal nation, and every community that has a voting basket would want their own son to cultivate it. The reason as to why Western had always been left without a kingpin is because they've always seen Musalia Mudavadi. Yet Musalia Mudavadi comes from the minority, that is the Malagoris. I keep on telling people that there is no minority who can be a kingpin of a certain community. It is the reason as to why even Kindiki cannot give direction to the mountain, because he's a Tharaka-Nithi. Yet mountain is majority Kikuyu, Embu and Meru. The same in Western. Mudavadi cannot be a kingpin because the Western is majorly Bukusu. The right person to be a kingpin is Wetangula, just that Wetangula is not assertive and he doesn't have the presidential ambitions. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the phone call which was made by Atwoli to Peter Salasya to reduce the tenacity of attacking Raila, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want you to know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So first of all, DAP Kenya, led by Eugene Wamalwa, as breed of politicians who have come out to battle Musalia Mudavadi and Wetangula. In the politics of the Western, although Wetangula and Mudavadi are high-ranking officials, but they cannot give direction to the Western. That can be seen in the 2022 general election, where William Ruto put them on the campaign train of the Kenya Council government. But the Western failed to vote for William Ruto. It majorly voted for Raila Amolo Odinga. Do you know why? Because they see Raila Amolo Odinga as a fighter who fought their son Michael Kijana Wamalwa. So they see a fighter in Raila Amolo Odinga. So the new breed of politicians in DAP Kenya, Peter Salasya, Natembeya and others, are building themselves as fighters. Normally, communities follow someone who's a fighter. It's the reason as to why GACHAGUA is being followed by the mountain, because he exhibited a trait of a fighter when he refused to resign. In fact, had he resigned, maybe they wouldn't have endeared him to their hearts. Okay? So, they are fighting. Right now, there is a vacuum. Raila Odinga is conflicted, is not active in politics. This is the right time to get into his stronghold. And DAP Kenya is doing so. It's the reason as to why even William Ruto is visiting Western and Nyanza, so that he can take away the vote block of Raila Odinga. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape when Peter SALASYA was attacking Raila Odinga. Here's the tape.
Unajua sisi vijana, wacha katika Biblia nasema vijana sisi huwa tunaangalianga ndoto na tunaangalianga pale mbele. Na tukiona wazee wanaenda Kongo tunawaambia hapana. Ndio juzi mimi niliuliza, na mimi nataka niulize wabunge wa ODM na wabunge hawa ambao bado wanaamini katika huyo baba huyo mwenye unasema baba. Nataka niwaambie, yeye walileta pamoja Raila, walikuwa na Kibaki, wakatuletea mambo ya CDF. And the main function ya CDF was to empower members of parliament so that they can be independent na wafanyie oversight the executive without fear or of no contradiction ama whatever in the English that is saying. Ndio umeona sisi kwa wale wabunge ambao hawajaienda kanyaga kule State House, because we believe through the CDF our people can get development. Ni mimi Peter SALASYA peke yangu. Na kama wale wabunge ambao walikataa kupigia ile finance bill, ile maneno ya GACHAGUA, ni mimi hapa. Lakini nashangaa juzi Raila anatuambia anataka CDF itoke. Na yeye alafu kwa sababu ati sisi atuwabunge tukue wa kufanya kazi ya oversight. Mimi nataka niulize watu wa ODM, mkiwa mnasema ukweli, kama kweli baba anasema na believe in mambo ya oversight, mbona aliuzia Ruto wale wa ODM wake members wake kwenda kweli? Lazima tuambiane ukweli. So you cannot talk about the issues to do with the oversight when you are still giving your members, unawapatia una hand over kwa rais atlaza wamsaidie kupush agenda ya mambo ya shasha hapa yenye wanasema hapa. Tunasema ukweli. Na yeye bado anasema hivyo, yeye ana support mambo ya dani. Ndio tumesema mara hii sisi hatutaenda hiyo safari ya kuweka kwa mnanda na mtu mwingine. Sisi kama chama chetu, nataka niulize bwana Didmas hapa, ndugu yangu na wewe rafiki yangu sana, uheshimu huyu mheshimiwa Eugene Wamalwa kwenye uheshimu baba yake.
That is Peter SALASYA. So you clearly see that DAP Kenya through its members is trying to build a new momentum. And remember, these people, Wetangula and Mudavadi, by the next cycle of an election, they're going to be in 70 years. So it means that the new generation must fight. You cannot tell me that leaders can be leaders for a long period of time without jostling for their positions. The same Raila Odinga has been a kingpin for almost 30 years. No one is fighting him, although he's a fighter. Okay? So, even leaders in the Western must learn to fight these leaders. Okay? Because even with them being in government, it was not by their own effort, because they didn't bring a vote. Okay? That's why William Ruto fears a person like GACHAGUA who brought 47% of the vote. So they are in government on the mercy of William Ruto. Because even when they were going to form a government, they signed a memorandum to bring 70% of the Western vote, but they failed. So even if William Ruto wakes up one time and tells them that they are no longer cabinet secretaries, he would have made no offense because they failed to bring 70%. So the young leaders are trying to unseat Raila Odinga and Wetangula. And I think it didn't go on well with Atwoli, because Atwoli is one of the power brokers who eats in chaos. He supported Raila. The day Raila Odinga failed, he jumped ship to Ruto because he always wants to be in government to enjoy his Kotu position. Okay? He's a loud mouth with no following. He stood as an MP and failed. Okay? So he just power brokes to see who's going to form the new government so that he can join. Atwoli called Peter SALASYA to caution him on attacking Raila. In fact, I want to play a tape. Listen very carefully because it's going to form a basis of our discussion. Here's the tape.
Oparanya has come back as a minister. I'm still there, mimi siwezi kwenda pahali popote. So where will he get a way back to his progress? So mimi nataka tu kuambia kidogo, jaribu tu diplomatic kwa hii wazee. Mtu asikwambia as much as you have the youth, ya kwamba you can have to pave your own way without the support ya wazee kama Raila, kama sisi na watu wengine walikuwa wako mbele yako. Hata Oparanya unataka uwe karibu na yeye, mimi nakwambia, because you have future and you will be there after us. Unasikia? And we must guide you well. We don't want to misguide you. Unanisikia? Haya, ukisema sasa mimi nasema bullshit, that will be up to you.
Lakini sasa Mheshimiwa Atwoli umesema ni ukweli lakini sasa wewe kama Raila anasema hataki kera, hataki CDF. Sasa huyo anakuwa na umuhimu na sisi kweli?
Hataki nini?
Hataki kera, anataka kera iondolewe, anataka CDF iondolewe, tuendelee kumpigia makofi.
CDF yeye ndiye anapiga, atasema kwa nini kwa ajili ya mambo ya CDF? Unafikia anasema kwa nini? Kwa ajili devolved system. Majimbo. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa katu Simbo, wakati wa katu na katu. You have no history. People are fighting for regionalism. Tuwe na devolved system. Devolved system ndio imeleta development in the country. It is not CDF. What is CDF? Hii majimbo ni serikali ina vote, inataka iendelee, inaleta kila kitu mdogo. CDF is for you as an MP. We are fighting for a generalized development agent that can be an agent from the central government to the local people, and that is a devolved system.
Mwambie achane na mambo ya CDF na kera hizo, achane na vya fight na county.
Wewe acha nikwambie Salasya. CDF inafaidi wewe ya Salasya. CDF ya Mumias inasaidia mtu wa Kuisera. CDF ya Mumias inasaidia mtu wa Kuisera.
Inasaidia watu wa Mumias.
Yes, lakini kitu nasema it depends to how you apply it also. Lakini devolved system inasaidia watu wangapi?
Lakini sisi CDF inaleta maendeleo karibu sana na mwananchi. Sasa akipinga hiyo amepinga sasa
hatupingi hiyo, sisi hatupingi.
Inafanya sisi tunakasirika na yeye.
Hiyo hatupingi hiyo. Wewe umekuja juzi ukapata hiyo CDF ikiwa iko. Sio wewe hata ulileta hiyo CDF. So you need to move closer to them. Hata unaenda kwake akuexplain why are you opposing this CDF.
Lakini mwambie achana na hizo mambo ya CDF na mambo ya makera hiyo, achana nayo. Na pia asikize sisi kama mambo ya Adani, kushika kila kitu anasema tutamsupport, tupigie makofi.
Adani sisi tunapinga. Mimi ndio nilikuwa mtu wa kwanza kupinga mambo ya Adani. Iko mtu mwingine nani alisupport wale wafanyikazi walikuwa wamestrike.
Wewe utafanya vizuri, lakini yeye anafanya sisi kwa kama anataka kusema left, mambo ya left hiyo tulimalizana na hatuna hiyo mambo ya left. Pia sikile maoni. Lakini uko sawa.
Unaona hata kama mimi nimeenda spray Salasya. Come to me and ask me say why.
Hata tutakutana nikirudi Nairobi.
Yeah, please.
Hello.
Please.
Sorry?
Nasema. Hata mimi nikienda spray. Ukisikia kuna problem na watu kama wakina Raila, take your time, go and visit them. Put up your case before him. Don't go public before you see him.
Lakini kabla pia asikize, unajua pia na consult watu kama nyinyi. Si hata kama ni elder wenu ati mnamsikia, mwambie kabla aongee
kitu. Sio elder wangu peke yangu. is an elder wako na elder wangu pia. Yeah. Whether correct, we have corrected him on several occasions and we don't speak it anywhere.
Sasa akiwa na vitu kama hizo mnamwambia hii jaribu. Sasa mnamwambia asiharibu. Unajua hata ukiwa ni mzee ambaye umefaitia Kenya, lakini you should look at how to finish it, not how he started it.
You go and tell him those things.
But he should know, people who are close to him like you, he should be listening to you, because at Aribu people will forget what he fought for this country and start focusing on how he is finishing it all.
No, but what I'm telling you, even your dad, these are Salasya. Even your dad might not be 100% correct.
That is Atwoli. So you clearly see that Atwoli is pouring water on the revolution in the Western so that the Western can vote for Ruto. Remember, Ruto has failed in service delivery. He promised too many things which has failed to deliver. And now he's trying to get a new coalition in the Western and Nyanza because he sees the mountain is gone. And trust me, that day the mountain will work out and form a coalition with any community, they will be in government. Because the mountain knows how to be in government. All they need is a coalition, and as it stands right now, Kalonzo Musyoka is free, and maybe another batch of votes in the Western and the Coast. They will be in government. That's what William Ruto is scared of. So he's using the Pablo and Ruto to reduce on the fire, to pour water on the fire of Peter Salasya so that he cannot fight Raila, so that Raila can stay in the limbo as William Ruto encroaches on Raila's support. And I think it is time for new young leaders like Peter Salasya to kick Atwoli in the tooth, because Atwoli, you cannot keep your future with a person who is in his 80s. Atwoli doesn't have a following. He just have a big mouth. Okay? He doesn't have a following. He cannot swear a vote. Okay? It is the reason as to why every candidate he has supported, he has failed. He just joins government. Of course, that's my opinion. Drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on the YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.